Now, another issue that the city council deals a lot with is just zoning issues in general. What's your approach to zoning issues, and sort of how do you see that fitting into your district?
Zoning is going to be massive within District 8. I mean, there's discussions about a revamping of the zoning code throughout District 8, throughout the entire city that's coming forward, that's coming down the pike. There are a lot of folks who run for office or who are currently in office, and their vision of zoning is a way to stop development from hurting neighborhoods, or it's kind of used as a weapon, is a term that I use. I mean, people use zoning as a weapon to stop someone from doing something instead of planning for zoning to have hope for the future as to what you see or what you want to see the future of District 8 to look like. So my thinking on zoning is that it is a hopeful planning strategically for creating systemic change within the district so that in 10, 20, 30 years you can see sustainable growth, you can see changes within the community, that it's positive, maintains the character of the neighborhoods, but doesn't stop the change that communities go through naturally in every 10 years or so. And so my zoning would ensure that there is higher density facing our major thoroughfares, whether it's Colfax, whether it's Park Avenue, whether it's any main thoroughfare, that it makes sense to have higher density there. Lower density zoning towards the housing or the homes in Curtis Park or towards Whittier or Park Hill. Having a strategic target for where density is important, where density is not, I think it's important for strategically planning zoning. Doing an overlay district in every neighborhood within District 8 is not a zoning plan, it's a protection plan out of fear. And as a leader, I would lead with providing a future 30-year plan for zoning and actually plan it out and actually implement it based on the hopes of the people in the neighborhood, not their fears. And one quick thing, I was appointed by the City Council to be one of the 35 members on the Land Use, Transportation, and Advisory Committee. And so there are other folks who state they understand zoning, but when City Council was planning on choosing someone to write Denver Comprehensive Plan and Blueprint Denver, they chose me. And I think it was because of my leadership, not because I've memorized the zoning code, but because I provide leadership to planning the future zoning transportation needs for the city.
Okay. And then what is it about District 8 that you think this district faces that other parts of Denver, it's kind of unique to District 8 that other parts of Denver don't really face?
I think District 8 is, well, specifically to the City Council person first, I think the City Council person, their job is similar to an at-large City Council person like a Linkard or Boygan. The reason I say that is that we have all of our neighborhoods from Park Hill to City Park North, South, City Park West, Whittier, Cole, all of them. Then we have downtown, and we have the transient nature of business with thousands of folks coming in from 9 to 5, thousands of folks leaving, and even more so now, thousands of folks staying and living down there. So we have to have the ability to do economic development and growth that's specific to 14th Avenue in front of the Denver Center for Performing Arts, as well as economic development in Dahlia, which is a small pocket, but it's a troubled area that has not been successful, and many tries, but many city council people and many mayors at that. And so I think what makes us different is we're dealing with the dynamics of a robust downtown business district and business districts throughout our neighborhoods, our local economies that aren't really strong. Most city council persons only have to deal with one or the other. And I believe having a clear plan for how you're going to use resources from the wealth of our downtown area, using it, whether it's the marketing budget of the Conventions and Visitors Bureau, or whether you're using the resources from the business improvement districts and having them show the folks in 5 Points or collaborate with the folks in 5 Points to create a business improvement district there so that they can have the same type of success that Lodo and that 16th Street Mall now endures. So I think it's a larger approach to economic growth and development that most other city council persons will not have to deal with.
Okay. Well, the last question I have is sort of is there anything else that you want to say to people of the district that we haven't really covered? Or is there a particular message you want to deliver to them?
Well, I believe this election is extremely important. Whether it comes down to affordable housing or transportation or making sure that working families can live and thrive in Denver. The next city council person is going to create a platform or foundation that's going to last for the next 10 years. And it is important for voters to understand that their vote really matters in this election. This is the first election in this new century for District 8. Affordable housing is extremely important. It gets absolutely no discussion. Applying reasonable incentives to developers like Gerald Glick, who has a great idea of redoing empty lots owned by DPS or DHA, and giving incentives to businesses to build teacher affordable housing on DPS lots and on the DHA lots, building affordable housing for city employees and any working folk that's living in Denver. I think innovative ideas like that can be lost if we don't have the right person, and I hope to be the person that folks choose in District 8 to be their champion, to fight for working families, meaningful, common sense approach to transportation, and also to make sure that working families can live and work in District 8.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you again for taking the time to meet with us. And
thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Bye.